this collective reading really quick, and then we'll do some questions, or if anybody's going on the list, then we'll do the readings. Okay, so we got a card from this archetype deck, and it's number 6, the Mentor. Right, so yeah, this reminds me of downloads, or some higher forces are trying to tell us something. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expression feet on clay and cult of personality exists for a reason. Although it's typically true that parents are our initial teachers, the child will eventually seek a mentor to figure outside of the home to assist their growth. Okay. So when this card is in the positive polarity, in the light, we have a focused, clear, bright, remains a student. Okay, that's nice, the forever student. In its negative polarity, in the dark, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous, and rigid. Interesting. So it's basically the teacher, the sage, the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, it's said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of the enlightenment, the archetypes falls into shadow. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what the higher energies have to say about this. Let's do this urban crow, because mentor, ancestors, they seem all related. Let's take a look and see what the higher energies have for us. Thank you all for coming. Welcome. Come on in. Ooh, we have grief. Okay, so there's a bit of a warning here. Okay, somebody lost a mentor, or what is this? And protection. These two are awfully similar with the circles there. I see a similarity between them. There must be something. So maybe it's grief. They remind me of portals. Grief and protection. Okay, let's just get insight. Okay, so we are learning something. Okay. Ooh, maybe there's a mentor like coming down to earth, knowing, fell out, taking the first step. Yeah, because the mentor shows us kind of like the first step, and eventually we come to experience whatever the teaching is. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Let's get a card from this deck, and that's the one. The Blood Trail, Magnificence. Okay. I keep getting the feeling that maybe we're leaving a mentor behind. Maybe whoever this reading is for is kind of, stepping away from the mentor. And I think it's almost like the student is turning into the mentor kind of thing, right? And that's why we have the grief, because we're no longer learning from the person. It's almost like the student is becoming stronger than the teacher. Yeah, and that's what the grief is, right? Because when we leave something behind, even if we are going towards something better, there's still that element of grief. And protection, maybe somebody's a little bit afraid to step into the new life, into the new energy, into the new quality. Yeah, quality of the teaching. Yeah, okay, so we're moving from learning to perhaps teaching or experiencing. And we have distraction here at the bottom as well, the midnight moth. So there's a warning about being distracted. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And then we're gonna bring this collective reading to a close. Okay, and with the grief, we have light codes. Energetic frequencies are flowing to your system and activating what it must at this time. Okay, and it could also be maybe somebody is, maybe almost like pulled away from the busy life, right? It's almost like the higher guides, the spirit team is pulling somebody a little bit away from, everything they've been involved in order to receive some downloads, right, with this light codes. And the grief could be, it's almost, reminds me of that thing when we push ourselves too much, we actually like end up, debilitating ourselves a little bit. So, that's the time when we work too much and then maybe we catch a cold or two and then we're forced to lay back and take a break, right? So it could be because of that. And I think somebody's guides are reminding you that this is a break that you had to take, and because you didn't, something had to happen, so you're forced to take the break. Okay, so don't panic, don't be in grief over the time you lost or anything like that. It's just an enforced break kind of thing. Yeah, that comes for your protection, so it can lead to your magnificence. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, what do we have with protection here? We got 2 cards, past, present, and future possibility. Acknowledge where you have been and where you are going. The possibilities are endless and yours to create, right? So that's exactly it. Somebody's being pulled from, their work, their activities, their, very action-focused life. So they can connect to their past self and their future self. And so, like, our higher self, right, to create some kind of an alignment so we can actually get these downloads. Masters, teachers, and loved ones, you are being guided by the divine. Allow your heart space to open and trust that we are here with you every step of the way. Okay, so that's exactly what's happening, guys. We got onto it. Yeah, and with the insight at the bottom of the deck here, it's just giving us insight into our situation. So if any of you guys, find yourself forced to take a step back from life, from your work, from whatever you've been putting time on. Yeah, and universal oneness. We are all in this together. Consciousness is flowing without separation. We act as one. So again, it's something to do with, receiving new downloads, seeing things differently, getting a higher level of understanding. And then we have expansive growth. You are experiencing an infinite loop of expansion. Yeah, so I'm pretty convinced at this point that that's what the situation is. That's what the message is. Okay, let's put this over here and let's just see what the tarot has to say about this. Maybe we can get some extra information and then we will move on from this collective reading. I hope everyone is good today. How are you guys? And then we have strength. Yes, so that strength, we have it here with the grief and the light codes, right? So it's almost maybe you feel like you're being tested, but you're not being tested. You are just being forced to take a much deserved break is what I'm getting. Yeah, taking a step back. Seeing, sometimes we can see the forest for the trees, I think you say, yeah. Right, and this actually comes as a protection to us, and that's because it helps with the evolution of your soul, right, the spiritual evolution. And as we know by now, when we are evolving spiritually, we have a lot of protection, and we also get protection from ourselves, because sometimes we are our own worst enemy. What we have for protection, past, present, and future possibility here. And we have the Four of Cups. Yes, that's another card of taking a break. So that is your protection. So yeah, if you guys, find yourself maybe, having a headache, can't go to work, don't be upset about it. Don't be in this grief energy. You are meant to take a break. And you will be happy. That happens when you realize these important light codes. Because the higher energies cannot really give us light codes or downloads and stuff when we're constantly on the move. Yeah, and the Emperor. And we got the Emperor here with the Blood Trail, Magnificence. So we are taking control of our life, right? Because sometimes we lose control when we move too much, when we do too much, right? We start losing control, and it's the schedule that really rules our life. So we are being forced to take control back so we can live in a very aware state of mind. We can be in the present instead of, just kind of up in our heads, thinking about the past, the future, what could be, what people think, all the things that can bring us in a very low vibration. Let's get one more with this. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Yes, this is another card that has been showing up for when your guides forcefully intervene in your life, right? The Two of Pentacles, this is the higher energies really stepping in, right? They are like, okay, we got this. You kind of take back seat and let us deal with this. They don't usually do that. When they do step in to this point, there's some kind of danger of us losing ourselves. Yeah, see, and look who's stepping in. Masters, teachers, and loved ones, right? So that could be ancestors, spirit guides, spirit team, higher energies, higher archetypes. So that tells me right there, you're a very important person, and you play a very important role in the evolution of humanity at this time, right? So yeah, the higher energies cannot afford to lose you to a busy schedule, or to for you to get to the point where you can take no more, right? So no, we want to make some space, right? So we can get this light codes, and success will follow. Yeah, and with the Four of Pentacles, this can be a blockage, but it can also be a firm foundation, right? So these light codes are basically, it's something very important that will give you a new foundation on which you can build. Yeah, and we have the Lovers. We're trying to get into alignment. And the Two of Wands, we are sending our ships out, basically. So we're starting to think about the future, but in a different way. Now we see more. Yeah, right? And obviously that's because of this insight. All right, you guys. Well, you know what? Let's just get maybe an advice or two, and I think we are done with this reading. Okay, let's see what we got here. We'll do the Wisdom of the Oracle first, and maybe we'll take one Intuitive Whisper Oracle as well. All right, what's in store for us today? Maybe nothing in here. Oh, we got quite a few. All that glitters, right? So sometimes we get caught up in the, like physical details kind of thing, right? We start thinking that we cannot take a break because we don't want to lose money, we don't want to lose viewers, or whatever it is that we're doing, right? So it's reminding us all that glitters isn't gold. Don't go after material things. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to lose a few things so you can gain more. Yang, this is the active part of ourselves, the masculine, and we need to use this, very directly. And when we get lost in details, our masculine part kind of takes a step back, and we become less assertive. We don't understand what's going on. It's that Emperor energy, right? And it takes a step back. So we need to relax a little bit, get this downloads, this light codes, and that will put us back in control of our life. And Treasure Island, that is what is coming. Whatever these light codes are will bring us success, and that's because we will be able to see things we didn't see before, right? And it's something to do with our evolution, advancement, and stuff. And time for a nap just brings the whole story to a close, just drives the point home, and go the distance. This is a marathon, not a race. Yes. And new life. Okay, so this is a new life. We have a long time to complete all these things. Let's not rush. Let's not stress ourselves. And let's make sure we keep our mind open. We are going to get, well, you know what, since these two came out, I will take that as a sign. Move your body to move your emotion, right? Remember to take care of ourselves, of the body, right? Sometimes we get too busy and, we just kind of sit at the desk all day, and that's not very healthy, connect with nature, go out for walks, all that stuff. Take care of your body, right? And let go of control, right? Sometimes when we let go of control, we realize that what we get in return is actually more control. When we're too focused on like holding on to an outcome, to a certain plan that we have, we feel like we're in control, but we're actually losing control at that point. So the higher energies are saying, let go of that control. Let's focus on ourselves. Let's take a little break. And there's a lot of information to come for us. I think that is it. That's pretty much all I see in this reading right now. Thank you all for listening.